This is going to turn the world of international football upside down. That was the reaction overheard from one stunned fan the moment the news broke. Kodansha, the powerhouse of Japanese manga and anime, is joining forces with the Confederation of North Central America and Caribbean Association Football, better known simply as CONCACAF, in a bold collaboration that defies every boundary we thought existed. And the project linking these two seemingly distant worlds? None other than the high-stakes, adrenaline-charged sports manga and anime phenomenon called Blue Lock. What is really happening here? How could a football confederation representing diverse nations from across North America, Central America, and the Caribbean possibly team up with a Japanese publishing giant known for its cutting-edge manga innovations? Today, we will dive headfirst into that mystery. We will discover the motivations behind this grand plan, where the idea came from, and how it might just change the face of sports entertainment forever. In this episode, we are going to pull apart every piece of this unique story, from the thrilling premise of Blue Lock to the synergy of bridging anime and real-world competitions, to the extraordinary marketing collaboration that is poised to set a new standard for international partnerships between cultural phenomena and global sports. Will this arrangement inspire other leagues and franchises around the world? Is this merely a marketing stunt, or does it hold the power to reshape how fans experience soccer and anime? Buckle in, because we are about to uncover it all. Picture the scene: bright stadium lights shining down on a pitch in one of the region's major host cities. The fans in the stands are not only singing the usual anthems of soccer, but are also belting out references to their favorite anime moments. In the corridors beneath, staff members set up advanced interactive exhibits that combine the heart-pounding action of Blue Lock with local football heroes. People of all ages stand in line, brimming with excitement, waiting to witness the new crossover experiences promised by the folks at Kodansha and CONCACAF. It sounds almost like a storyline from a fantasy saga, balancing on the edge of reality and imagination. Yet, it is scheduled to become real, with events planned to roll out starting in the middle of the year 2025 and culminating in the year 2026, just before the grand spectacle of the next World Cup. The partnership arises from a premise so audacious that some marketing experts initially believed it unlikely to succeed. After all, Kodansha reigns supreme as a publisher of iconic manga and anime, frequently shaping Japan's pop culture landscape and capturing the imaginations of audiences around the globe. Meanwhile, CONCACAF orchestrates the official football tournaments and affairs for over 40 nations and territories across North and Central America and the Caribbean. One side crafts epic stories printed on magazine pages with dramatic story arcs, while the other orchestrates real-life athletic competitions. At first glance, and these are two entirely different worlds, but if one steps back, it becomes clearer. Anime and football each stir a passion that transcends borders, drawing in fans from every walk of life. Blue Lock, for those unfamiliar with its premise, follows the intense pursuit of a single goal: developing the world's greatest soccer striker for the Japanese national team through a radical, high-pressure program. This is not your standard soccer manga, featuring easy camaraderie and heartwarming teamwork. Instead, Blue Lock pushes every character to the limit through ruthless competition, forcing players to claw their way to the top under extreme psychological pressure. If they fail, they are eliminated from the program. The narrative is laced with fierce rivalries, soaring ambitions, and the weight of a nation's hopes resting on the shoulders of adolescent upstarts. In other words, it is the perfect storm of drama and perseverance, bridging the appeal of intense action stories with our collective love for soccer's unpredictability. Now, try to imagine that tension and that excitement transported into CONCACAF's domain. How will the Confederation, which orchestrates the official qualifiers and tournaments for this region's top national teams, integrate the uncompromising grit of Blue Lock into its marketing strategy? In press announcements, CONCACAF's leaders, including General Secretary Felipe Moggio, have suggested that the upcoming collaboration will involve exclusive new content available to fans who attend major matches, subscribe to official channels, or purchase unique cross-branded merchandise. One can envision limited edition Blue Lock jerseys featuring symbolic emblems of CONCACAF's participant nations, or short animated sequences that show real players stepping into the Blue Lock training environment. Perhaps there will be cameo appearances by the anime's original characters at major CONCACAF events. The entire project promises to deliver a fresh wave of excitement to sports fans who otherwise might only be passively engaged. That prospect alone is momentous. Yet this partnership aspires to reach even further. As Kodansha's managing director of the Global Business Development Division, Yohei Takami, explained, this venture is not just about marketing or slapping anime characters onto soccer uniforms. It is a true cultural exchange meant to bring together worlds that share fundamental passions: love for storytelling and love for the beautiful game. The project aims to deepen how both sets of fans connect with the sport, thus rewriting the narrative around sports promotion and anime licensing. People thrive on good stories, especially those that revolve around dedication, sacrifice, and triumph. Whether that stage is a soccer field in a real-world final or a stylized training program in an anime, the spark that captures the human heart does not discriminate between reality and fiction. Before we explore more aspects of this synergy, let me pause here for the first time to say something crucial. If this deeper dive into how anime and international football are blending excites you, or if you just love hearing about boundary-shattering collaborations, consider showing your support for more content like this. Your encouragement keeps these wild journeys into new territory alive. Let us return to the story. It was only a matter of time before top global sports organizations took a close look at Japan's staggering success in exporting pop culture. For decades, anime and manga have spurred entire subcultures abroad, bridging language gaps by focusing on universal themes of justice, determination, camaraderie, and sometimes even heartbreak. Many fans of iconic sports-themed manga credit these stories with fueling their own love of real-world sports. In fact, you can easily find interviews with star athletes who grew up reading manga about basketball, boxing, volleyball, or soccer, insisting that those comics lit the fire of competition in them. The enormous success of sports anime beyond Japan's borders has shown that local circumstances are not boundaries, but gateways. Indeed, Blue Lock has already arrived in multiple countries, capturing audiences with its bold premise that goes against many sports anime conventions by focusing so heavily on rivalry and the single position of striker. CONCACAF recognized an opportunity for synergy here. North America, Central America, and the Caribbean represent an almost unimaginably vast territory of diverse cultures. From the biggest powers such as the United States, Mexico, and Canada, down to smaller island nations aiming to make their mark on the international stage. While the region's football loyalties may differ from country to country, there is a shared love for the beauty and unpredictability of the sport. Now, the Confederation sees an opportunity to tap into the fervor for anime that has taken root in many of these places. When the collaboration officially launches in the middle of 2025, fans can anticipate a series of phases. In the first phase, it is rumored that there will be special events held during distinctive CONCACAF tournaments. Perhaps it will occur around the Gold Cup or during key qualification matches. Attendees might have exclusive access to preludes of Blue Lock episodes, behind-the-scenes glimpses of the manga's creative team, or interactive fan zones where supporters can test their striker skills in a Blue Lock-themed environment. Parallel to this, Kodansha has dedicated resources to produce limited-edition merchandise that merges Blue Lock imagery with CONCACAF's symbolic branding. Visualize shirts, hoodies, scarves, phone cases, or even collectible figurines that highlight both the artistic style of the manga and the iconic insignias of CONCACAF's competing nations. Some fans may be particularly excited to see how these merchandise items depict real players stepping into Blue Lock's stylized universe with dramatic effect, giving them an anime cameo that exists somewhere between fantasy and real life. The second phase is expected to expand deeper into digital and cross-media experiences. This could include short promotional videos that marry footage of real matches in CONCACAF tournaments with animation of Blue Lock characters taking part in fictional tournaments. Maybe we will see lively social media content featuring cameo appearances from star footballers next to anime icons, all orchestrated in a way that pushes the envelope of what sports marketing can be. The objective seems to be straightforward: heighten the emotional connection that fans feel, whether their hearts beat for real-world teams or for beloved anime series. The boundary between sports watchers and anime enthusiasts may begin to dissolve, creating one integrated community that thrives on the shared rush of adrenaline. The storyline acceleration is expected to build up until the third phase, unfolding in 2026, time to build excitement leading into the next World Cup. The synergy of this timing is no coincidence. With the soccer world's attention pivoting to the major global stage, CONCACAF and CONCACAF will be there to funnel that excitement into a transmedia celebration. If they pull it off, we could be looking at a milestone in how sports and popular entertainment converge on the path to the world's biggest sporting event. And if it proves successful, it could open doors for additional collaborations between different confederations and distinct creative industries all around the world. Critics are already raising pointed questions, though. Is this new venture an imaginative step forward, or does it risk overshadowing the real sports drama with an anime facade? The question is understandable. Part of soccer's undeniable charm comes from its unpredictability, the fact that real players with real stories clash on the field in front of thousands, or even millions of fans. By bringing anime into the fray, critics argue that attention might shift away from the actual competition. Supporters, however, counter that it is not about overshadowing the real game. It is about enhancing the experience with a layer of storytelling that universalizes the drama, making it accessible to those who might otherwise remain indifferent. Historically, sports marketing has always found ways to merge popular culture with athletic competition. We have seen everything from pop stars performing at halftime shows to entire product lines of licensed apparel based on beloved heroes and fictional motifs. The difference now is that anime is stepping forward in a more significant capacity, carrying with it a passionate fandom that thrives on involvement. Indeed, many fans do not just watch anime, they immerse themselves in it, creating cosplays, fan art, fan fiction, and entire online communities dedicated to analyzing characters, themes, and story arcs. That level of engagement is precisely what appeals to organizations like CONCACAF, which seeks new ways to bring younger and broader audiences into the fold. If you have been enthralled so far by the sheer ambition of this collaboration, I have a gentle reminder. Show a little love and support by letting others know that you find this topic fascinating. It helps ensure that we can keep delving into unexpected intersections between global sports and pop cultural phenomena. Now, on to the next reveal. Beyond the obvious intersection of sports and anime, there is a deeper message of global unity in this venture. Kodansha's entire brand ethos has long been about delivering enthralling stories that cross borders. Meanwhile, CONCACAF's mandate is to oversee fair competition among nations that vary widely in size, resources, and sporting backgrounds. If you place these ideals side by side, there is a certain poetic resonance in making Blue Lock, a series founded on the dream of forging a powerful soccer striker capable of standing against the best in the world, the poster child for uniting entire regions. The bridging of these cultures is not just a novelty, it has the potential to serve as a real-world demonstration of how passions can be woven together. Moreover, Blue Lock deals with the concept of personal ambition within a team sport. This tension between individual excellence and collective unity has intrigued sports fans for years. Some critics hail the story as an artistic exploration of whether a single star player can genuinely lead a team to glory, while others wonder if it gives an unrealistic portrayal of soccer's collaborative essence. Yet within the series' conflict, there is a motivational spark that resonates with modern audiences. The idea that one person, if determined beyond measure, can alter the fate of an entire group. In real CONCACAF competitions, we have all witnessed the phenomenon of a single standout player potentially boosting a national team to new heights. It might be that Blue Lock lends a cinematic layer to that very real dynamic and draws a younger generation into supporting up-and-coming talents across the region. Apart from the official statements, insiders have whispered about inventive crossover campaigns on platforms commonly used by anime and manga fans. For example, we could see watch parties, digital events on streaming services where new or repackaged Blue Lock episodes coincide with key CONCACAF matches, potentially giving fans a double feature of real and fictional soccer. Another angle might be social media challenges in which people replicate signature soccer moves from the show or create fan art merging Blue Lock characters with real CONCACAF stars. By placing these two realms on equal footing, the campaign aims to spark endless creativity among fans and open new channels for them to experience soccer in ways they never imagined. Some coaches, commentators, and media professionals have already voiced their take. A widely respected commentator from the region admitted initial skepticism, only to then highlight the potential for capturing the imagination of youth audiences. In an era where attention spans are fragmented across countless forms of digital entertainment, sports leagues struggle to hold on to younger viewers who find traditional television broadcasts less and less appealing. One unifying trait of many anime fans is their profound loyalty to series that reflect clear, compelling storylines. If the partnership can funnel just a fraction of that loyalty into following the actual matches, it could translate into a substantial victory for CONCACAF. Likewise, Kodansha stands to deepen Blue Lock's global reach, tapping an audience that might have never considered picking up a manga volume. That is not to say it will all be smooth sailing. As with any cutting-edge project, roadblocks are almost inevitable. One question is how each participating CONCACAF nation will respond to the initiative. Some countries are sure to embrace it right away, seeing a chance to get younger viewers excited. Others may be slower to adapt, especially if they see limited local demand for anime or question whether it fits with the fabric of their national sports culture. Another unknown is how the anime's more dramatic elements, particularly its portrayal of ruthless elimination among strikers, will be presented alongside real CONCACAF matches. Will the promotional material attempt to replicate that high-stakes atmosphere, or will it focus on simpler themes like inspiration and training? The answers to these questions remain to be seen, but the speculation only seems to heighten the sense of anticipation around the rollout. Within the broad scope of this arrangement, many are hoping for cameo appearances by real-life CONCACAF soccer legends, either in official Blue Lock expansions or in promotional mini-stories or episodes. Imagine if a revered striker from a North American or Caribbean national team were depicted training alongside the fictional protagonists, bestowing on them tips or challenging them to a real match. Such a scenario would no doubt spark conversation, both in the anime fandom and among sports journalists, bridging the gap between the realm of fantasy and the real pitch more completely than ever before. Indeed, a well-coordinated cameo campaign might become a highlight of the entire collaboration. The creative potential does not stop there. Kodansha might collaborate with artists or animators from countries within CONCACAF's domain, blending established Blue Lock elements with local comic art traditions. This could give rise to one-of-a-kind volumes or mini-series that reflect a fusion of cultural styles, perhaps focusing on a fictional storyline of how a young player from the Caribbean or Central America tries to break into the Blue Lock program to stand shoulder to shoulder with the best. Such expansions do more than promote the brand. They have the power to celebrate cultural diversity, shining a spotlight on the different narratives that exist within the football realm. At the intersection of sports, technology, and pop culture, fresh opportunities continue to appear. In some corners, there is talk of using augmented reality experiences at select CONCACAF venues, where fans holding up their smartphones can see Blue Lock characters appear on the pitch or in interactive exhibits. Another possibility includes introducing co-branded mobile apps that track CONCACAF match scores while simultaneously offering Blue Lock-themed mini-games or training simulations. This kind of synergy turns passive viewership into an active, participatory experience. When crafting something of this scale, it is paramount to keep a sense of authenticity. If fans perceive the partnership as merely a shallow commercial stunt that does not understand the spirit of soccer nor the soul of anime, they will tune out. To circumvent that, Kodansha and CONCACAF have both emphasized in announcements that they are dedicated to thoughtful engagement, seeking input from creative teams behind Blue Lock, from coaching staff at the local and national level, and, most of all, from fans themselves. By granting fans a voice through polls or open Q&A sessions, they aim to let the audience guide how this cross-cultural initiative evolves. Ultimately, the greatest allure of Blue Lock lies in its unflinching representation of ambition and competition, qualities that resonate with the essence of world football. In the merciless environment of its fictional training program, only those with the sharpest instincts and the fiercest hunger to score can survive. One might even argue it mirrors the real-world conditions of high-stakes tournaments, where a single lapse in concentration can determine whether a team advances or is sent packing. Blue Lock simply pushes that premise to an extreme, exploring the psychological corners that some sports narratives shy away from. Yet, that heightened drama is precisely what might reinvigorate soccer marketing in regions that crave memorable stories. So, will this unprecedented collaboration with Blue Lock unleash a radical transformation in how CONCACAF organizes its tournaments? Will we see teams driven to match the intensity of the fictional players battling for survival on the page or screen? The future brims with possibilities. Fans can already envision stadiums plastered with powerful imagery of the manga's main characters, rallying younger generations to watch matches like never before. At the same time, anime aficionados might find themselves becoming newly minted fans of CONCACAF squads, discovering the real-world heroes who strive just as fiercely as their fictional counterparts. A grand collision of fandoms is inevitable, and from that collision could emerge a fresh wave of creativity, camaraderie, and, of course, competition. We are nearing the final stretch of our deep dive, but the story is far from over. There will be more announcements, more teases, and more glimpses into how exactly this grand plan will transform the relationship between fans, the media, and sports organizations in the coming years. All we can say for sure is that this is not a fleeting fad. It has the potential to rewrite the blueprint for how major leagues might collaborate with popular foreign entertainment. Japan has always known how to spin a thrilling narrative, and now one of the biggest football confederations in the Western Hemisphere is about to channel that style in full force. Between exclusive content, special events, and merchandising fireworks, expect big things starting in the middle of 2025, all the way up to the celebration at the World Cup in 2026. For those of you who have followed us all the way to this point, remember, stay alert, stay engaged, because stories like this are only just beginning. You will not want to miss the next twist in the tale when Blue Lock leaps onto the pitch with CONCACAF's real-world athletes. Whether you are a diehard soccer fan, an anime devotee, or simply someone who loves watching boundaries get pushed aside, keep your eyes open and your heart ready for the drama that is about to unfold. After all, if there is one thing we have learned from Blue Lock, it is that a fusion of ambition and passion can lead to incredible surprises. And this time, the entire world is watching,